You've seen Vanilla Ice do it in Wellington, and he is not alone in South Florida. House flipping is getting hot again. In fact, a recent report by Realty Track shows flipping houses in our state is up almost 20% over last year, and profits, they are up too. Here with everything you need to know about flipping is Fox 29 lawyer, common sense lawyer, Shari O. And let's talk about this. Those profits, they are up to almost 200%. Is that number too good to be true?
Well, you know, Mike, the numbers don't lie. And here's the thing. We had over 7 million people who lost their homes to foreclosure or sold for a loss, but homes are still 25% below where they were at the peak. So that's where your opportunity is. So on average, we've got investors now making about $18,000 in change per home, compared to about $5,000 in change last year and about a $13,000 in change lost the year before. So certainly there's an opportunity, and in about 2/3 of the markets across the country, there's this opportunity.
We just saw those figures on the screen there. Florida, no stranger to house flipping. What are some of the biggest areas of opportunity right now?
Well, really the sweet spot, what you're looking for, is where there's going to be the least amount of risk and the highest returns. So that translates into where are there still foreclosures and distressed sales, but a low inventory of actual move-in ready homes. So in Florida, for example, Daytona Beach actually tops the nation.
Wow.
You can see about an 82% return on your investment for a flipped home in Daytona Beach area compared to about a 10% return across the country. But Port St. Lucie, Palm Coast, Cape Coral, Jacksonville are other hot Florida areas. And of course, Florida is high demand for the rest of the country as well, because folks like to buy homes here as second homes, vacation homes, and rentals.
Right. Okay. So you're an everyday person. You want to give this a try. You're tempted by it. What are some tips you can give people?
Well, the first thing is money is not loose like it used to be.
Right.
And so you need to have access to either cash to buy the home or money for a down payment. But beyond that, assuming you can access the money, being persistent is key. This is not a situation where you're just going to be able to write a check. So you have to really be ready to check those foreclosure sales, develop relationships with realtors, write letters to owners. You also want to factor in all the potential costs, carrying costs, and benefits. So you want to educate yourself, talk to realtors. What colors, what materials do folks like? What are people willing to pay top dollar for? Because you want to exceed the averages. And you really want to just follow through with that and stick with your plan. Also, you get to consider the opportunity with real estate. Do you want to rent it or do you want to sell it? So be flexible.
Okay. All right. That's our common sense lawyer, Shari Olefson. She's always here giving the great tips. Today we're talking house flipping. Back to the news desk now.